a brick wall unit?
Yeah, I think just got to convert. You look back. There's obvious times you got to go make it happen. Starts with me, but us coming together collectively to go make that happen. But you look at a lot of the third downs to extend drives. That's where we can continue to help ourselves.
What did you learn from your first NFL start? What was your big takeaway?
I think I learned little details. Definitely was ready for that, but all the details come down to it. And I think in any game you're going to want 4 to 5 plays back. Of course, the result will feel different, and maybe your 4 to 5 plays may feel different, but that's the game we live and play in. So got to be better in those 4 to 5 plays is what and why you continue to work as hard as you do.
Dillon, there were a number of 3 or 4 throws where it looked like you and the receiver were not on the same page. Were those missing?
It wasn't not on the same page. That's me on my end, trying to be smart in certain situations, and we get cloud and get want to make an answer there. Being smart in certain situations, throwing the ball away, and I think maybe a throw like that may look like a miscommunication, but also on the same side, being smart, understanding the situation that we are in. What's more important, trying to fit something in there, or getting to play another play.
What could have been done differently on the next to last drive? 3 plays in 11 seconds. I know they called timeout twice.
Yeah. In those situations, right? You got to go get it first, and after 2 plays, 11 seconds, they're going to call 2 timeouts, and then we throw the ball, so the clock stops. So that's why, if you look at it, any time you don't get tackled in bounds or complete the ball, you're going to have an 11-second drive. But in a perfect world, you go get it on 3rd, and the clock's winding, and they only have 1 more timeout. But like I said, that's just a situation. They use their timeouts. That's why it was 11 seconds.
The second time we're a little conservative, but thought things were in hand.
Understanding the situation, you want to keep the clock moving, use timeouts. In a perfect world, we'd probably be talking differently if we go get that first. All of a sudden, it's a great call. So that's the world we live in. That's the balance, and you teeter. But you got to trust what we do, and that's what we do as a team. We trust what we get called. We try to run it to the best of our ability, and then we keep moving forward.
The way that Quinshon ran and the way that you connected with David a few times, do you feel like now that you have this first one under your belt that something to build on and the future looks bright with you guys with you at the helm?
Yeah, I think there's always something to build on. No moral victories whatsoever, but I think regardless of result, week to week, there's a process, and more time you spend around anyone, you're going to get more continuity, and that's QB to receiver, that's QB to running back, that's us as a whole unit coming together really, and getting comfortable with our unit.
What was your perspective on that final play where you guys took to the sideline and ended up running out of time?
Yeah, our thought process is 7 seconds, try and catch the ball, get a chunk, get out of bounds, have a closer chance at doing it. And you saw the Hail Mary prior to the timeout. Just probably don't love your odds there, obviously, but anytime you can get it closer, that's what our thought was. Whether it was our deep V or that over route, got it. It's, like I said, you live in those moments. In a perfect world, you want to get out of bounds, but that's not shoot. He's trying his butt off to get out of bounds, and just trying to understand that.
6 penalties on tackles and negated a couple big key runs. How frustrating is that? Any sign of that during the week that was going to be a problem?
I think playing penalties is one thing, and you're going to want them back. Like I said, everyone's got 45 plays they're going to want back. That's just the name of the game. But, how do you regroup and how do you get forward? I think any negative plays, that's penalties, sacks, whatever it may be, it don't help you in a series. And if you can convert in those situations, and you're loving life, but you want to stay ahead of sticks. You want to get into third and manageables and convert. But, you look back, there's things we can all clean up, and it starts with me.
The defense helped you out a couple of times, the takeaways, some sacks and things like that. How do you feel about how the defense played, but unfortunately not able to come through?
Yeah, I think we continue to, ride on our guys. They've been playing their butt off, and I think you look at a whole work of over 5 weeks. I think it's hard to just look at one game. Like, nobody's perfect. It ain't going to be a perfect world, and we could have been in a better position to go convert on that third, and all of a sudden, like Tony was saying, it's a different outcome and a different feeling. But that's where we can help them out. This is a team deal. It ain't on one person, it ain't on everybody. But the truth is, the result was the result, and we got to find a way to change that. So,
That's up for 2 more.
Judkins had over 100 yards, could have been close to 200 without penalties. What did he bring to your game?
yeah, I mean, anytime you can establish a run, there's confidence in that. And I know I'm harping on it and maybe saying it too much, but when you run the ball effectively, it sets up a lot of things. You can kind of have everything at your disposal when you are in manageable down and distances. And obviously it sets a lot of things up, and he played his butt off. He's a guy we rely on. I think the world of him, and he's a guy who's a workhorse, and I don't see that changing. But I think collectively as a group, they've done a really just a good job of protecting and running the football effectively.
Where do you guys go from here at 1-4, going back home, heading into Pittsburgh? Where can you go from here at 1-4?
Got to get back to work. There's a lot to improve on. But I think in moments like these, you find true competitors. You find people that want to be here. Anyone can be really good riding high. And what I know about our guys is we continue to work hard, continue to grind. But 4 to 5 plays could be the difference. And the difference is truly what we'll be attacking. So,
Dillon, we saw what looked like a couple zone reads today. How did you feel about making those decisions at an NFL level and the speed of the defense in those plays?
yeah, I think it's part of it. You want to be able to extend. I think, having mobility, whether it's ad-libbing and being able to go, move outside the pocket is huge. And then having the threat of that as well. We run the ball effectively and we do it in different ways. But I think as you continue to design, you want to have really everything at your disposal. So,
Did you feel at all?
one more for Tony. One more. I'll go one more for Tony.
Did you feel at all handcuffed from going downfield more? Or was that the game plan?
Not necessarily, and I think you want to be aggressive, but you want to be smart as well, and understanding what we're doing offensively. There's things that some people take the bait, and then there's times you can be really effective by taking what's there. And I think I don't want to say it's a balance, but it is balance as a quarterback. You got to be smart, aggressive when it's your time to take shots, when it's your time to go get 5 and live another down. So that's a balance that I'll continue to teeter, and you always try to push the issue and be aggressive, but at the same time, you don't go broke taking a profit. So.